Welcome to the Brilliant Possibilities channel. I'm Rebecca Abraxas. Okay, I want to know, let me know in the comments, who's on board with the perspective that everything is vibrational and that we are vibrational beings. I want to talk about this today because it really gives us a lot of power. It really gives us a lot of empowerment. So if we're thinking about all the things that have control over us and all the things that we kind of feel victim to or fall victim to in our lives, if we have the perspective that we are infinite vibrational beings, then we get to take the control back and we get to say where we play. So I have a little story for you. So I just turned 50 and my husband brought me to Belize for my 50th. It was so fun, but we had to take, let's see, we had an hour car ride, 2 planes, a boat ride and a taxi ride, 2 boat rides. And I sometimes get anxious. So I decided that I'm going to really use the anxiety as a practice. So I was going to be like, okay, I'm going to feel the vibration of this travel anxiety and I'm going to work with it. I'm going to work with it every moment I'm feeling it. So I'm on the plane and there's turbulence and I didn't get much sleep because we had to leave at like 3 a.m. And all of a sudden, like, here comes the turbulence, here comes the fear. And I'm like, okay, here we go. And I totally worked with it and started to just shift and raise the vibration so that I was out of fear mode. And the thing that got me the most was like, if I'm living and where am I living from? What vibration am I living from? And what vibration, if I do go down on this plane and I do die, what vibration do I want to be like crossing over with? So actually that really came to my head too. So I want to ask you, do you have the perspective that you are vibrational and that everything's vibrational? Your emotions, your situations, everything that's happening on the planet, okay? Anything that you put in your body, it's a vibration. And what I know about vibration is that you can entrain them. Basically, you can train them to a different vibration. That is what sound healing therapy talks about, is that if you take a high frequency sound wave and you offer it to a low frequency sound wave, this one entrains to the higher one. Now, what's different between a sound wave and just a frequency of an emotion or a frequency of anything else? So when we broaden our perspective about everything being vibrational, we get to have a different reality. We get to have more freedom. We get to step out of being a victim and step into our power. Sign me up for that. Let me know in the comments, right? Sign me up, right? Like, sign me up for that freedom. Sign me up for that perspective. Now, things don't happen overnight. Like, we don't change like our whole perspective and reality overnight, but we got to start somewhere. And the place to start is believing and really seeing the universe as a vibrational universe. Now, when I was on that plane, you know, my why was like, if I do go down, I want to be crossing over in the highest vibration. And that's what got me to take my anxiety and fear. So what is your why? What is your why? That if you raised your frequency and believe that everything is a vibrational match to that higher frequency, what would your why be? Would you be the person and the frequency that you want it to be to connect with the people in your life in a higher way? Would you have more financial control of your life? Would you have the deep inner peace that you're craving? Would you be able to sustain higher frequencies if you're willing to see yourself as a vibrational being, right? Could you control your moods? Could you shift out of disease processes? Could you align with the job or the life that you really desire? I don't know. But I am very curious about finding out. I am very curious about this laboratory that we have on planet Earth to work out this frequency perspective. This is a lab. What if this is a laboratory, right? And we're living in these bodies to see how much of the universal, infinite beingness vibration of love and light that we can bring to the planet. How much can the earth take? How much can these bodies really hold and be? Well, it's my belief that we have to change our mind about things first. It's my belief that we really have to stay connected to our source self. Now, when people are asking me what's, being sovereign means, what I think sovereignty is that we are willing to let go of any other frequency and just be our highest frequency. Now that takes commitment. That takes you being willing to tune into that every single day and check in like every hour if you're still there. And check in when you're having lower vibe emotions. Lower vibe, it's not a judgment. It's just saying like you're vibing lower because it is seen on a scale that you can see frequency-wise that when you're experiencing anger, blame, shame, fear, disempowerment, boredom, like you can see that the energy is vibrating slower. It's denser. Okay? It's lower vibe. No big deal. It's not a judgment. It's just a fact. So do you want to live from a denser reality, or do you want to live from a faster kind of high frequency reality? Moods. What mood are you in? Moods tend to be denser. Okay. Love, light, knowing, awareness tends to be lighter. Just a choice. Where do you want to live? But you have that choice when you take on the perspective that everything is vibrational and you are a vibrational being. Thoughts are vibrations, emotions are vibration, trauma energy is vibration. When you have the perspective that everything is vibrational, you get to be the master manipulator of the vibrations that you're living. Just like I was on the plane. I was like, I am not this fear. I'm experiencing this fear, therefore my vibration is a little denser. Okay? But I am going to tune into my sovereign nature, which is a high frequency of knowingness, of awareness, of light. And that's where I'm going to be focused. So a lot of times in our culture, we are identifying and we are attached to our bad feelings. We're attached to being fear. I'm scared. I am, right? Be careful of what you're saying you are. If you're saying I am, that's a powerful statement. I would back up and say, I'm experiencing fear. I am source energy. I'm experiencing anger. I am source energy. Because when you are source energy experiencing anger, then you can say, cool, got that. Now let's experience something else. You're not attached to it. You're not bound by it. Vibration is very mutable. And that's why when you say, I am fear, you get locked in there. Okay? The only thing you are a victim to is the vibration you're locked yourself into. So are you willing to be a vibrational being? Are you willing to have the perspective that everything is vibrational? Are you willing to have this sovereign connection to your highest source frequency, which is always expanding, by the way. So that's never static. That's always changing and growing in vibrational frequency. So what are we doing here, guys? We're facing some pretty big things in the collective right now, right? From just the earth kind of cleansing with tornadoes and fires and hurricanes and, you know, whatever else, flooding, and right? There's that, which is displacing a lot of people. And then there's like just public health crisis everywhere, right? And then we have polarity and people say, no, this is the right way. No, this is the right way. And creating these huge divides politically and on every level, you know, with race, politics, education, abortion. And there's so many topics. There's so many topics. Gosh, it's leaving my mind, but there, you know, just any topic, just take a look at a newspaper. News headlines, right? Every news headline shows a polarity, something that's just being stretched and saying, no, this is right. No, this is right. It's all right. It's all wrong. Who cares? Because it's all vibrational. And the minute we start closing the gap on that polarity and seeing everything as vibration, the more we get to have freedom and more control of our lives, of our moods, of our situations, of what is coming to our lives. So whether you're dealing with taking just fear about everything that's happened in the collective, you know, this new world order, you know, some people see it as a conspiracy, some people see it as a very valid thing that is happening. Okay, whatever your experience around that is, it's fine. But where do you want to play? Where do you want to play in your reality and your life right now? Because everything, every headline, everything is a vibration. I don't want to align with the new order, whatever, the new world order. I don't really want to align with that. Okay, that's a frequency. For me, it's pretty dense frequency, and I just don't align there. I'm sovereign with my highest source energy, and I'm practicing that every hour. So that's not a reality of mine. See how that works? So where do you want to align with? And that's where your reality will unfold. This is not simple. I mean, it's simple work, but it's not like super like, oh, I just align and there I am. No, it takes effort. It takes commitment. It takes living consciously like every moment. You know, I say every hour I do it and stuff like that, but basically you're checking in with yourself. Where am I vibrationally? I just, you know, watched a movie, or I just read a headline, or I just got in a fight with my partner. Like, where are you vibrationally? Check in. Is this where you want to live from? Is this the reality you want to be living? And then get sovereign again. And you just keep checking. It is a moment-to-moment practice, guys. So just to wrap this up, thank you so much for being here. Because if you found this, I'm sure you're vibrating something that you want, something different that you're curious about, you know, being a vibrational being. You're curious about manifesting and actualizing in your life. You're curious about brilliant possibilities. Yes, put a yes in the comments. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the change that you want to be in your life. It's going to have a domino effect into all of our lives and the planet, and how we can all sustain higher frequencies. So, if you were on the plane in fear, what would be your why? Okay, if you're in your life feeling fear, what is your why? What reality do you truly want to be living? What if you get to say, because you are a vibrational being and you're in control of your vibration? Beautiful being, thanks for being here. Namaste. And remember, I go live every Friday with a live distant sound healing and Q&A. So let me know some topics you'd like covered in the live. Bye.